gotten my message with that correct phone number to reach me. I'm sorry I accidentally gave you the wrong number the first time. One moment, please. Just one moment.
Sure.
Okay. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's a bit of a delay on the call, which would make sense on an overseas call. So.
Yes, sir. That is understandable. A little bit of big news for you.
Are you able to understand this? Let's see. I'm having a spot of difficulty understanding what you're saying. The connection is a bit fuzzy. Would you mind repeating that?
I said I have a little bit of good news for you, and you qualify for 30% discount on your next delivery.
Oh.
A 30% discount on our delivery.
Ah, okay, I see. Well, okay, right now we are not in a position to finance really anything. We struggle to keep gas in our car. So, unfortunately, really short of everything being covered on the delivery end of things, we don't have any options. We are, frankly, very poor people living in a wealthy city. And yes, I think considering the quality of the phone connection, I'm impressed and surprised that you have called at all. But if you would be able to, it would be good for us to probably try to conduct business over email. It may take a little extra of your time than usual because of our strange situation, but considering the enormity of what we're talking about, I'm certainly willing to put in a bit of extra effort if you are willing and able to do the same. Hello? Okay, that was,
Well, let's tell them, because we didn't turn on the camera till it was...
And see, I can't call them back because we just got a call from... I'll look up the number when we get to a computer. From Mr. Paul Hill of the British Lottery Consortium or something, telling me that we've won
the lottery
a great deal of money,
like pounds and pounds of pounds.
And they only requested a nominal $341 shipping fee.
Bad. Cool, good. And now we've qualified for a third off, hun.
Right.
So that's only 200 and some.
Right.
If they give us 100% off, we'll take that money.
Yeah, I wrote to him in an email and said we're in no position to do that. We would be in no position to do that, whether this all seemed really suspicious or not. And then I gave him our phone number and said, call back,
call us, because we can't call you, because it's long distance, and we can't call long distance.
Right. So he's just called us, and I can check the phone number against the phone number that he's given me to call him at, in the email, and see how that matches up.
Well, it's something to look forward to, because while we're trying to basically grovel for housing here, and surviving here, we could in the meantime, win the damn British lottery, and well, we apparently have already won it,
right?
Without even trying, and we could win all that money, make all our dreams come true, babe.
Right. So
we deserve it if anybody does.
What a gnarly catch-22 though. We can't collect our huge
we don't even have enough money
pile of winnings because we don't have the meager chunk of change to have it shipped
wired to us or whatever. And I figure if they send it, we could pay them back for it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, send it to us. We'll be rich. We'll we got you
remember
covered. You know.
But the thing is about us is I don't want to admit it, but sometimes we like go, oh cool, we got all this money,
Well,
let's go
yeah.
shopping, and we forget the debts we owe.
Right.
But we will do
That
our
could
best
happen.
to remember them. I don't like being like that, hun. It's not a good thing to like go, oh yeah, well don't worry, send us our millions and millions and millions of pounds, and then we'll send you 350 pounds back, and then we forget. But we don't forget, we just postpone it till
Right.
later, and what happens is we run out of money in the meantime.
Right. So, well,
we'll do
at
our
least we've been
best. We'll-
forthcoming
we're
about that.
honest,
And, you
yeah.
know, in the event that they do, just go ahead and ship it on out to us.
Maybe
and,
this should be tacked onto the other clip.
Yeah, I think so.
I
mean,
think so.
I
Let's do
didn't
it. Let's
actually mean
try
for you
it.
to necessarily turn
I
off
know, but I
focus
didn't
when
know
saw
who it
that.
was from, and I
should
didn't
have
want
said,
to.
I think this is the British lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we could have gotten it on, but we did. We turned off the camera right after they were calling, and then I turned it right back on after my baby said it was Mr. Paul Hill from the British Lottery.
Right.
And then guess what?
It was somebody claiming to be Paul Hill from the British Lottery.
And why wouldn't it be?
And,
I mean, I'm sure
there was
authentic,
an authentic. The strange thing is, you know what time
He's
it is over
been
there?
continuing
It's like 11 o'clock at night. there,
Wow, that was
you
nice
know?
of him to call so late.
Yeah, he
It's
must work
3:09
some really
here.
long hours.
It's 3:09 here, and it's December 21st, 2016. What a nice Christmas gift to know that we could win the British lottery, you know. Just to know that we could is enough, or that we already have, you know, basically.
Right. That's good to know. We
Did
don't
he
even.
sound British to you? I couldn't
I think
hardly hear
he
him.
did, but it was
I had that
hard to
Singaporean
discern,
accent still in my mind, you know.
yeah. Well, you know, it warms the heart just enough to know that we've won the British lottery. That even if we never see a dime
of
or
it, we
a
know
pound
we
of
did
that
win it,
money,
and we
just
can
to know that we
tell
won it
people
is nice.
always that we won the British lottery.
Yeah, and they won't believe
how
us.
many people
They'll be
have
like,
won
"Why do you
that?"
live in your car?" And we'll be like, "Well, it's a long story."
Yeah, we didn't have the money
didn't have the
to
money
get
for
it wired
shipping.
to us, and
Yeah.
that's the sad part. But I just choose not to get upset about it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's cool just to be a winner. You know.
Yeah, we
and that's
can-
actually what he wrote. And he dear winner is now that I'm thinking dear
Nice,
winner.
dear
I was like,
winner,
"Yay."
right? Because these
Yeah.
people at SFCC say we're losers. I bet. They haven't actually said we're losers, but I think they think. Do they think we're losers?
Nah, they know we're winners. That's the problem.
Oh, okay,
you know.
cool.
But they might call us losers. But they know we're
They
winners.
tell other people that
Yeah.
we're losers sometimes. Like people that we could do business with, they tell them, no, don't do
stay
business
away
with
from
those losers.
Yeah.
Because they're jealous and stuff. And I don't blame them because we're a force to be reckoned with, hon. And, but we're in front of the co-op here. Do you want to tell them what the co-op is? Because some people might think the co-op is a place where the farmers meet and store their grains or keep their gas or whatever. This is
They're-
a place like that, but
I
different.
was gonna say they're donkeys. Do farmers have donkeys though? Probably not.
Burros,
Burros, really? You
but
think?
not really anymore.
Mexican
maybe.
farmers
Yeah.
have burros, and I think
Caballeros.
coffee farmers. Though, do they
yeah.
actually farm coffee, or do they go out with their burros into the mountains where the wild coffee grows?
They
and
farm
pick
it.
the
They,
wild
no,
coffee?
they don't
You know,
pick
isn't
wild coffee.
that's not
That'd
how
be
it works.
too hard.
Well, damn
Plus, I
it!
don't
It's
even know
supposed to
if
be that
coffee grows
hard.
wild.
That's how they advertise it. There's some dude with a burro picking coffee beans up in the mountains.
But
you
let's
know?
hope he planted it. Otherwise, he's having to search through God knows what, God knows where to find
Right.
coffee beans.
And then having to like
What's his name?
eat things that may or may not be poisonous, that may look like coffee beans but aren't.
Right,
and,
and they're actually-
he's got to like sample them to. But you build up a tolerance.
Yeah,
after
he's
a while.
probably gets, let's say, an intestinal thing every once in a while, but so do we, right?
Yeah, right.
It's like,
And
man,
we don't even get
we didn't even
paid.
tell him about that time I was driving down the road puking with the door open.
No,
recently.
we
Big
didn't
time
tell him about
puking.
that. I was going to
Puking.
leave it to you if you felt like telling him about that or not. You know.
Why
so-
not?
Sure.
They want to know the
That's
details
the sort of thing
our
that we
lives.
would have filmed if we'd been
Had
on
the
our toes.
wherewithal.
We'd have had the wherewithal.
Plus,
yeah.
we probably didn't have open cards or batteries at the time.
Right, and when
We
you're
had a hard time
like
keeping that
trying
stuff
to
open.
drive
Ready to
and puke at the same time, you don't really have the
Wherewithal.
the wherewithal
to film too.
Yeah,
But we can tell them about it, and that's half the fun. The other half of the fun was actually experiencing it, and believe me, we had to drive from up on top of a hill where we've been staying, we won't say where, through town where I had pull through traffic on an icy, snowy night, puke in the middle of the street several times, and then drive on to McDonald's and run into the bathroom. And
then it was
I
like,
don't
all bets
understand
are
how
off.
people survive without a bathroom of their own.
Yeah.
I can tell you that having a bathroom is a luxury that everybody should have. It's not a luxury, it should be a right that everybody has, and you're reminded of it when you're in McDonald's parking lot running into the bathroom and needing the bathroom and needing really your own bathroom.
I'm still tripping out on the British lottery, baby.
I know. Why not? Let's trip on it, because
okay.
that's cool.
Well, can I ask a couple of that might sound like cynical questions?
Yeah,
Like,
don't get too cynical
not too
about
cynical,
it. Just
but
a little cynical, because it might be wise. All these people who think we're disabled, losers, probably think we should ask a few cynical questions.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Well, I just want to know, like, I don't know. I mean, it's nice. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
it's wonderful
But,
winning the lottery. I wish it were the U.S. lottery, then they wouldn't have to mail it to us and
let's
stuff.
just play devil's advocate here and say
Devil's
that Mr.
advocate
Paul
again.
Hill doesn't actually not represent the British lottery, as he says.
That'd be sad.
In which
Then
case,
he'd be
I
like
admire
a
them
crook or something.
for their tenacity in pursuing us to send us money for shipping for some sort of bogus thing that they're actually going
Yeah.
to call and
I know.
and
They
say-
really seem legitimate.
yeah,
They really
they
seem
go to
like
that's
the real
going to
thing.
some length,
These
especially
are hardworking people. If they're either
whatever
they are,
they're really
hard
calling
workers.
from overseas. You know, that's got to cost
Well,
them
they
some
had
money.
to be, because
It's
that
like-
number was like 20
Yeah,
digits
it's a weird
long.
number. It's a weird number, and there was that time delay between what I said and him actually hearing what I said.
And I believe it was across the pond.
So
Now, what
Yeah.
pond and where across to, we'll
Right.
have to figure. Did he have a British accent?
I think he did.
Wow.
I think he did, but
We've
yeah.
probably struck the lotto, babe, and I'm glad, because it's about time.
Oh, I'm
that-
just saying,
my baby doesn't remember applying
on the
for
off
it,
chance,
but
and I don't believe this for a
not
second.
applying, but
On the outside, fringes
doing
of
whatever it
like
takes.
fantastical possibility that the dude is a fraud.
yeah.
This is
which I
cool
doubt.
because we're making him go that extra mile, and he's not going to get paid anyway, which is kind of sad for him. But
Well,
I have a certain admiration.
If he sends
for
us
him,
the
yeah.
money first, he'll get
I know,
paid,
and that's the
but-
other thing. That's the other thing is like if we really are now the rightful owners of like a gazillion British pounds, can't they front us a couple $100 for shipping?
Right, we live in our car. Won't they
Right.
want that to be a victorious story that
Right.
they can promote in the
I mean,
future?
you'd think
like
they put the dude in a helicopter,
like that
and
lady that
fly him out here.
wrote Harry Potter.
Yeah.
She was supposedly on British welfare when she wrote Harry Potter. Apparently, that's not that big of a deal since it's more socialist there. But British welfare would, and then going and like becoming Harry Potter or whatever.
Right.
Dominion monarch queen.
Yeah, just like
And overnight,
yeah.
kind of like becoming the George R.R. Martin of Britain, and only way better.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry, we're all about George R.R. Martin. No lie.
more famous.
He gave his money to Meow Wolf, not us. He
more
doesn't even know we exist.
illustrious legacy,
But I bet after we win the freaking British lottery, or actually get the money from it, everybody in this town
'Cause
will
we
be
already
paying
are.
attention to us, which they already do, actually, except for the ones who don't know we're here yet.
though if we actually win the British lottery,
We already have.
we'll probably
apparently.
we won the British lottery, but we won't tell you. We
Oh,
won't
that'd be
tell you.
cool.
Yeah.
We'll just live in our car only to film, but we actually live in some fancy place somewhere else.
I'm not saying we won't like spend the money. We'll spend the money.
Oh, hell yeah.
But as far as
But
anybody
as
else
far as
will
the
know,
film
we're still
thing
just humble,
goes, yeah. Humble
poverty-stricken
homeless
Jody and Derek.
people who are disabled and evicted from everywhere they go. I bet if you had enough money, and we didn't have enough money at the time
Yeah,
we were in the
that's cool.
gallery.
I like that.
But I bet if you had enough money, they'd tolerate us living
Oh, you bet they
anywhere in
would.
this
You
town.
bet that if they knew that you could like buy the whole property against
Yeah,
their will
what
and
kind
then
of
have them
discrimination
evicted.
bullshit is that?
That was kind of always my revenge fantasy when it came to stuff like getting evicted,
Yeah.
was buying
the place out
property and
from
then
under.
evicting them. Yeah.
Oh, hun, let's do it. And only in a joking way, because we'll
Right.
say, not really, you get to run it. Or, not really, we're not really buying it. But we could.
Right.
You know,
just
to Wayne and
just to
Susan.
scare them.
Well,
Just
to teach them a lesson. Not
just
in a bad way, teach them a lesson, just to teach them what it feels like to have, well, people have control over your life, and they may not be treating you the way you feel like you deserve. And actually, it'd be us treating them the way they deserve, because they treated us that way.
Right. It's a taste of one's own medicine, basically.
Yeah,
It's
they'd get their own
like,
medicine
yeah,
back.
take this, open up, take this medicine.
Yeah.
Doesn't taste very good, does it? See?
See, don't
See?
do that to people in the future, please.
Okay. I'm back to being contented with having
Yeah.
won the British lottery.
We won it. That's all that really matters. The
I'm-
money part actually is beside the point.
It's
really.
a little
This is